Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Are y'all ready for the Couples Lounge show? Are y'all ready? Say, yes, we ready. Good morning, good morning. So glad to just be alive. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It's the little things that count nowadays. So what I'm going to do is shirtis. Here we go, here we go, here we go. This show is brought to you by We Will Win, where we help couples transform their marriage. You are now tuned in to the Couples Lounge show.
It's live, it's real, it's entertaining.
That morning show telling you what somebody should have told you about love, marriage, and relationships. Ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
New episodes every Saturday, giving you something to talk about. Hey, y'all. Okay. We ready now. We ready. All right. Good morning, TD. Good morning. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Couples Lounge show. I'm one half of this show. My name is Candace, and this is my sexy husband. This is Ramon, y'all. This is Ramon. So, if this is your first time tuning in to the Couples Lounge show, thank you. And for all of the family members, what's up? And thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us. He say, she say, unhappy and unsatisfied. So that's what we're gonna talk about on today. What the woman or the wife would say and what the man or the husband would say causes that gender to be unhappy or unsatisfied in a relationship. And so if this is your first time tuning in, the Couples Lounge is basically the show that gives you something to talk about in your relationship with your friends, with your family members. And we like to say, use us as the talking piece. Blame it on us instead of blaming it on the alcohol, blame it on the tugs. So this is what they had to say. What you think? And I feel like it's a soft approach to needed conversations. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about it in hopes of getting marriages to that point of forever, to the fulfillment stage. If we can help you in any way, that's why we do what we do. So say what's up to the people. You was out last week. We was missing you on the Couples Lounge.
Yeah, I was in Facebook jail too, so I couldn't tune in.
Oh,
you
okay.
Know that?
No, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I was in Facebook from a boxing group. Man, I put and I literally, this is all I put. I hope he beat his AZZ. Or he'll get
That's violence.
He'll get his little AZZ beat.
That's violence.
And I was in jail. I like got to Father's Day afternoon.
Oh,
that's when I was able to get out.
Okay, so by the looks of things, last week some calls that I made, y'all enjoyed Richard Ray on the show. It was a very good conversation. So yeah, I hope that blessed some parents, some families. So we're about to get into it.
Let's do it.
So I asked Mon, oh, we got to find a key word for today. Still a key word. Every week we have a secret word that if you get it, then you win a dinner. It's $100 gift card for a dinner. So let me think, y'all. Can I think real quick and come up with a keyword based off what we gotta say today? Okay, I got the key. What you think about this? Oh, pen don't work. Hold on, y'all. Okay. All right, got the keyword. All right. So I asked Mon, I was like, what do you think people would say, a couple would say is their number one reason for being unhappy or unsatisfied in a marriage? Do you think they would say something different? Do you think the woman would say something different than the man? So what do y'all think a woman's number one reason for being unhappy in her relationship is. What do y'all think it is? And what would you say that the man would say? So post it whenever you listen to it, post it in the comments. And I said for a woman, it would be being the lack of communication or no communication. That's what a woman was saying. I was like, Mon, do you think that would be the same thing for a man? What did you tell me?
No, it wouldn't be the same. What did it say for the same? What did the man?
No, when you said you didn't feel like a man would say communication.
No, I don't. I think that we can't please our wives.
Okay. And so not pleasing the wives, because at first he was just like nothing. And I was like, no. And as I thought about it, I'm like, that would put all the issues in the relationship on the woman, because she the one that feels like it's a lack of communication. But he don't have a problem with it. I'm like, no, it's a reason. It's something that causes a man to feel unsatisfied as well. And so it made sense. It made sense.
I said we can't please our wives because y'all desires and wants are always changing. Always changing. You want this, you want that, you want this, you want that. Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? I need you to do more of this. I need you to do more of that. Like, good Lord, woman. That's why I said that.
Okay. So how, if that is a real thing, how does that make a man feel?
Frustrated.
Okay.
Extremely frustrated, tired, upset, inadequate. At times, like, God, oh man, it's always something.
Them was some strong words, not big words. Those were some strong emotional words.
I've literally heard that for brothers.
Frustrated, feeling inadequate. And just imagine how that man carries that feeling of not being able to please her.
Now what?
Yeah. How does that cause y'all to like show up with us? Like if you carrying all those feelings.
Short-tempered, impatient, aggravated, a little upset, pissed off. All of these things will show up.
But the underlying root is what those first set of, I wish I had somebody in here that could type what he had said at first, because all of those feelings from within, it just shows up externally like you're seeing them. Baby, you're gonna have to get up off of this because you're shaking the table. Sorry, y'all. So it made so much sense to me, and even I was able to even put us in that situation. Like, could I say that there's been times where I made Mon feel like I could never be pleased, like just with requests or asking or this, that, and the other.
And what is your answer? What was your
answer?
Was
like, yeah, I could definitely see it. I could definitely see how it came out. Although intentionally that wasn't what I was trying to do, I could definitely see how that made him feel. I know it is. There it is right there. There it is right there. It's just the lighting a little bit on it.
You got it far off this time.
And so it's just, I don't know why it keeps doing that. So if I go to the woman aspect, and we'll just kind of keep jumping back and forth here because that's just what it's gonna be.
Honestly, a man, we can't help it. If you got a woman, there's certain things you're going to have to deal with. Women brains never stop, where it never cut off. It never shut down. It never gets on pause. You heifers are always thinking. If you sitting down watching the show, you thinking. If you get in the bedroom about to go to sleep, you're thinking. Hell, you might be thinking in the middle of something in the bedroom. I don't know. Where he learned that from? Why he try? I don't know. I just threw that out there. But y'all never stop thinking. A man will sit down, watch a game, watch TV, read a book or whatever on his phone, whatever, our brain stops. All we're focused on is what we're doing right now, what we're watching right now. I ain't thinking about tomorrow. I ain't thinking about later on the day. I ain't thinking about how can we improve? How can we? Why are we not doing this? Why? You know what? Why she's not spending time? Why is she just sitting down there? We don't think in that manner. Y'all do. So when you're constantly thinking and your brain is constantly doing this, you constantly want this. Okay, now you want this. Now you want this. Now we should do this. Now why you ain't doing this? It's like, what? Woman, what, baby, what? Now what? Damn, leave me alone. Can I just sit here?
Like y'all
literally just sit here
and nothing else. Y'all just have one thing going on in y'all head.
Nothing. If you was in our head, it'd just be silence. It'll be the game. It'll be the show. It'll be the movie. That's it. That's it. That's it. Y'all don't think that way. Y'all not built. Y'all not wired that way. So it comes with being with a woman.
Thank you.
What?
If you, I'm talking to you. If you already know
it comes with being with a woman, but at the same time,
I get
women gotta understand, Lord. Lord, look, bless his heart.
That
he ain't thinking about a damn thing right now.
That is like baby, one of the things that we really got to understand in relationships. And, you know, as we coach couples, is understanding that part that we are two different beings. And biologically,
no, it's not a knock. TD, you absolutely
we are set up totally different, but that's what the beauty of it is. If we choose to see it as a beautiful thing, like TD said, it's not a knock. It's just understanding, okay, she wired like this, and he's understanding, and I'm understanding he wired like that.
I think we kind of knock each other in that regard. And here's what I mean by that.
That's why somebody should have told you.
Men get frustrated in the regards like, dang it, stop. What now? Wow, what, Lord, baby? And y'all are the good. Why isn't he? Why you ain't? Why? Yeah. And you thinking it, whether you verbalize it to us or not, you're thinking it. But that's just men.
And that's just women. So it's grasping that, understanding that, and then working with it. Because you could have been like us and not have that realization, and you knocking each other for it. But once you get that realization, it's like, even in those frustrating times, okay, I already know how he's set up. I already know how she's set up. Let me see how we can work this thing together. Or what is it that we need to be looking at together? And when I think about a woman saying that her biggest issue is the lack of communication or not effective communication, I feel like that on a man's part is that it feels like you all are not listening to us. And I think that can be intentional and unintentional. And let me explain what I mean by, we get what intentional means. You intentionally not listening, you zoned out, you on your phone, or whatever the case may be. But unintentionally, you hear us, but it's being processed differently in your mind as to what we are saying. So you feel like, okay, in order to satisfy her, this is what I need to do. And then you go about doing it your way. And then she's like still coming back to you with this same thing. And you like, I'm doing it. And she ain't never satisfied. But you're not doing it in the way in which she needs it. And then, but that's because
want
it. And that's because it's not spoken out clearly. It could be some static there, or you didn't check for understanding. Another thing that you need to do, that's a communication tip, to check for understanding. And so it will seem in her mind that he ain't doing what I talked to him about. And he like, but I'm doing it. But she act like she ain't never satisfied. So let me give you an example. A woman comes to her man and say, well, I need you to help me with the kids. I need you to help them around the house. Now, it's about 10 to 20 things to do with the kids in the house. And he goes and he does one thing. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and that is helping. But he only chose one thing to do. So in reality, ladies, if you communicated, I need you to help me around the house or with the kids, and he does one thing, in his mind, he is doing what you said to do. Now, if you need him to do something else or to do more, that's why you just said how they heard how he said they mind works. It's kind of, it's not like ours. So he gonna pick the one thing to do. So it's like you really gotta communicate clearly. Both parties, even with him, instead of getting frustrated with her saying, well, dang, I'm doing something around the house. You tripping this, that, and the other. Babe, is it something else you need me to do? Because I am doing this. And a lot of times our communication go into breakdown once we get frustrated. And we stop trying to seek to understand the other person. We stop seeking that. So I put on her as people continue. Oh, I was saying the conversation we had the other day was like, I think as women, we are constantly seeing how it can be better. It just reminded me, like going into the store, somebody else said women are never satisfied. Right. It was a lady, I think, that actually said that. And you think about when we go into the store, right, how we got to look at, we got so many options. We want to look at so many things. Everything. And I just think our mind is geared.
We go in one thing, one store. If we like it, we walking out with it.
Right. And so, yes, TD, help me around the house can be a very vague. You got to be very clear on what it is.
I think you have to be very clear with men in general.
Oh, speak about that.
And
if y'all have not shared the video, make sure you share the video.
What I mean by basically what you're saying, the way our brain operates and the way we think, you need to be specific with a man. You need to break it down and be extremely specific. This is what I'm talking about. This, don't speak in code, or don't give us a paragraph and want us to give the main idea. No, damn it, tell us. Simply tell us. This is what I need. This is what I want. Don't say it and want us to decipher between the message.
You should know.
Facts. Don't do it. Second, spoon. I hate to say this, but at times you might need to spoon feed us.
Break that down.
You give us too much. You saying too much. Shut up.
Don't start that shut up stuff.
Let us do this. Why are you giving us a whole page to talk about and wonder why I didn't get everything? You know how we are. Give us this sentence. Give us this. Spoon feed us. It could be too much at times. It can really be too. And when it's too much, you get tuned out at some point. Or some stuff get pushed out of frustration and being upset. Now I didn't really hear or grasp everything because I'm a little upset because you doing too much. You saying a lot. I'm not gonna say you doing much. You saying a lot. It's a lot. Damn.
I feel like.
Shut up, man. Why you being, Mel?
I feel like this. And again, y'all, this is why we have to. This is why relationships and communication, you have to get very good at it.
Because I promise you, every woman is watching right now, if she's married and been married longer than 50 seconds. I ain't talking about you newlywed folks. But if you've been married for a while, I guarantee you done it. You're going to overload your husband with wants, desires, commandments, whatever you need. Whatever. And you and I guarantee you, her husband is frustrated and mad at times. Like, God dang it, woman.
But in his
now, he like,
but in his frustration, He's not speaking up and saying what you just said, and maybe he don't know how to.
Because if we do that, start a whole nother. What you mean? Why you can't do it?
No. If I'm overloading you, if you simply say, "Babe, hold on, take me slow." Okay, can we give it to me in chunks? But if you hollering at me in the middle of us trying to conversate because you done got mad and frustrated because you can't process what I'm saying just because of how your mind is set up,
right?
That it becomes the conversation goes sideways. But if you in a calm voice realize, okay, this is becoming too much, I can't process it, this, that, and the other, babe, just give it to me in chunks. Okay, what are you trying to tell me right here?
Also, as a woman, you should know this too at some point. After a while, if you've been married longer than 15 seconds, you got to know, man, this man can't process all this. This man ain't gonna want to hear all this. Let me take my baby slow. I know this is how he's wired. I gotta take him slow. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm shaking my head because somebody should have told me. It's a lot of that kind of stuff we do not know. I didn't find out about it until getting on the tip of preparing for the Couples Lounge show. But that's good. That's why y'all tuned into the Couples Lounge show. Now, everybody that's here today, now you are aware. But many of times we are not aware of that. That's not somebody, if they didn't go to premarital counseling or somebody, broke it down for them in this manner. Even if you just literally think he not listening or he not tuning in or he tuning me out, you ain't thinking, dang, they brains are not wired like our brains. And so Precious, you will y'all,
she probably want to
say y'all are slow.
Nah, y'all
they just process things differently.
There you go.
They just process it differently. But I definitely see the frustration, and yeah, I see the frustration. I definitely see the frustration. But what I was saying with this is that women, we always see an area that can improve, that can evolve, whether it's us, whether it's our kids, whether it's our man, whether it's our relationship. We always see better, more. And I just think that's how God.
Stop. Back up. What did you just say? Y'all always see better? What do you mean?
That where we want to see things better, like in our lives, like level up for the most part. And so and I think it is a lot of things that could be changed in a relationship. It could be. I feel like you can always, as a people, you should be trying to be better, do better, always level up. I just think women be on, like, our brains is like on another level.
Y'all brains just don't stop. It just don't stop. I mean, why is it that women don't stop thinking? That's why y'all so dang frustrated and tired all the damn time. You don't stop and relax and enjoy the moment and just be in the moment. You're constantly thinking.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that for some. I definitely would say that for some.
I'm not speaking in absolute. By no means am I speaking in absolute. But y'all really don't shut down y'all brain.
I think in two women, we have to be mindful of when he's saying that they're not satisfied or feel like we're never satisfied.
You don't feed into that mess. I always wear shades.
We have to be mindful and check ourselves in that moment, because it can be coming from an unhealthy place. Because some women are not satisfied, never satisfied, but that lack of satisfaction starts with her. When it's unhealthy, that's within her. She is not happy within, and so she puts this expectation on her man to fulfill that void, and she's probably not aware of that.
Pin that.
Okay.
This is what we should have did a show. We talked about this yesterday at the Cigar Lounge. Why Father's Day and men and fathers really truly not? We don't think we appreciate it.
Why don't y'all think y'all appreciate it?
We just don't really feel we appreciate it. You should have heard some of the stories at the Cigar Lounge last night. Men and Father's Day in general, when you watch 50 Cent made a post, and it is real. For Mother's Day, before Mother's Day, you see the Zales and you see all these commercials to buy different. And for Father's Day, you don't see none of that. You see hardware store stuff that like go buy chainsaws. And there's just like
because those are things men like.
No, slap your almost cuss. That's the things that they might get to like, man. It was like, wow. And at first I was tripping, but then it was this, like, dang, all y'all saying the same thing, just different stories. I like, man.
I think it goes to
y'all
that.
want us to cook. You want us to buy all this thing for Father's Day. Like, we men are not feeling the love on Father's Day. We're not. We're not feeling appreciated. And that's the one day that's really about us. Every other day really ain't about us like that.
Well, okay.
But, you know, I just threw that out there. That's just a sidebar. I don't know if y'all feel me on that, but I had to say it.
Okay. So, yeah, going back to the women, we have to be mindful of is it coming from, am I just not a happy person? Am I not a happy woman and I'm putting all these expectations on other people or on my man because I'm not happy within? And so I just keep it because it can be unhealthy. It actually can be very unhealthy
and frustrated for a brother.
Yeah. So women, we have to check that to make sure that we not doing, too much. We're not doing too much.
Hold on, Kim folk. You gonna start something. The truth, the truth to hurt somebody.
This is not what
Kim
this show is
about.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Kim folk, see, you got me in trouble.
So what do you sounds like a narcissist from a woman? Woman being a narcissist?
I believe women are the kings and queens.
Lord, no, we ain't finna do that. We're not finna do that. We're not finna do that.
Out of all the narcissist people in the world, you think more men are or more women? Or do you think it's 50-50? I would say more women are, and I don't even think it's close. And that's not me trying to be funny.
I gotta have my notes for that one. You
don't have an opinion?
I gotta have it out. Like, I have the picking a little bit of information like about the narcissist thing, but I need because I think pretty much anybody can be a narcissist. I do believe that.
Both of them.
I definitely believe that. So let me read some of what y'all saying. You can't expect TZ said you cannot expect a person to make you happy if you can't make yourself happy. Yeah, but that's like one of them. For real, let me look in the mirror. Definitely, if your spouse is telling you that, like, you are never satisfied. You are never happy. First of all, ask them, either one. Ask them, what do they mean by that? What, instead of getting mad, instead of getting defensive, ask them, what do you mean by that? Why do you feel like that? And in your own time, sit and think, like, am I showing up like that? Or am I valid for what, you know what I'm saying? Right. And really get still and want to know, is it you? James. Ruby say most women are empaths who end up with narcissist men. I hate to say it, but it will be more women. Okay. Okay.
Chad said most men are narcissists, I believe, due to their dominant personality traits.
So, okay. How do we move from a place of, you all to tune into the Couples Lounge show?
Well said, Dwayne.
I'm your girl, Candace, and this is
that Kappa Man, Five New Pie to the Day I Die.
We are relationship coaches, and so not only do we run the Couples Lounge show, but we also offer marital, premarital, and even dating packages for couples, just because we want to move you from where you are to where you want to be, because the reality of it is a lot of our communications, it sucks. It's not good. It's not good at all. We become we're carrying a lot of things into our relationships, and we don't know how to process it, stuff from childhood, stuff from past experiences, and our thoughts and our beliefs, and it impacts our relationship. So instead of suffering for years and years and years, if you get a relationship coach and you go get some sessions, y'all process that stuff faster, and you get to a place of resolution faster. It decreases the stress, the unhappiness, all that stuff starts to evaporate, like leave.
The longer you stay in the valley, the harder it is to come out.
Exactly.
The longer you stay not communicating, not talking, the easier it gets not to talk to them.
Yeah.
To talk to them, the easier it gets not to be loving and embracing. The easier it is, the longer you stay that way.
Yeah. And so you just don't understand the doors and the mindset that opens when you do the work. Because not only like are you doing the work as a couple, but you're doing we work. You're getting individual coaching as well at the same time. And like Rayshan said, a lack of communication I feel like it kills relationships. Come on, what are you saying?
Man, I'm saying they talking right now. I'm gonna start with Mel. Mel says it's not a woman or man thing. People are narcissists or toxic. I think it does come from childhood experiences. Now, Keisha, hold on, Keisha. She said, let's talk about why black men don't like therapy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Relationships shouldn't be stressful. They shouldn't be. They should not be long.
Why? I halfway gonna push back a little bit, my brother.
Stressful?
Yup.
You feel like relationships should be?
No, I'm not. I'm saying it will be and it can be. And you're dealing with a whole nother person. You telling me there's no stress coming with dealing with a whole nother different personality who might think differently, act differently. Yeah, we may love each other, but you think there ain't gonna be stressful moments, days? Why not?
When you think about what brings on stress, what is stress?
I don't know the clinic definition.
What would you say stress is?
Do you know the definition? I'm asking.
No.
I think you might know. Oh, okay. Damn, something that has you upset, worried, or bothered, not at peace.
Not at peace.
Yeah.
And
how the hell relationship? You telling me every day ain't a beautiful day.
But the thing about it is
more beautiful days than unpleasant, but not every day.
I feel like this stress comes about because it is continuous. It's a continuous knowing. It's like you said, it's basically it's not having peace internally. It's
right.
All that is stress. So when he says relationships shouldn't be stress, your relationship doesn't have to be stressful. If you know how to communicate with each other, if you choose not to stay in a place where I don't like you, not saying we're not gonna have disagreements, but are we trying to get them resolved? Stress comes about when you don't try to get stuff resolved, or there's a constant feeling of I cannot make you happy, or there's a constancy.
So a disagreement can't be stressful.
I think for me, stressful.
Maybe I don't know what the definition is of stressful.
But even I don't even think a disagreement has to be a stressful situation. We make this stuff harder. We make it stressful when we don't want to compromise, when we don't want to take the time to listen to each other, when we're trying to stand on our point and not see the other person. We make the stuff a whole lot stressful. The way you talk to the person, all of that comes into place, but you got to be intentional about getting really good at being with another person.
So why do you think black men don't like therapy?
My personal opinion is it causes you to be vulnerable, and men look at vulnerability as weakness instead of a strength. That would be my number one. What would you say?
Why I think we're afraid. We feel some kind of way about going to talk to somebody about our problems.
Afraid of.
Just talking to other people about our problems.
But you talk to people about your problem.
No,
Maybe not on a deep
no,
level.
no. Okay, again, then we're not talking. I believe a lot of men
But what's the
hold their
fear of that?
issue. I don't know. I just don't want to do it. That ain't what we do.
So holding that mindset, that ain't what we do. But that still don't talk
I'm
about
not saying
fear.
it's right.
Can
I
somebody
just know-
else help me understand that? What would be? He said they are afraid. Afraid of what? What would y'all think it
Don't
is?
just put a pin on
No, I'm trying to get. But that's what you said. That's major.
I said a whole bunch of stuff.
But that's major. For him to be afraid, because I do feel like that is an issue. TD, Dwayne, people on here, men on here that refuse to go to counseling.
Having been in a relationship being stressful, the stressful moment could be a 30-minute, 20-minute thing. It don't have to be a whole week, a whole day, a whole month. I just don't, but I'm sorry. A marriage or relationship.
Good. Hold on.
A marriage or relationship is not blissful and just, oh my God, I'm just so much in love every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not. So even if the argument or disagreement was for 20 minutes, 10 minutes I was stressful, and then we made up and we was good and it didn't continue, it was a stressful moment. Maybe I'm am I tripping, y'all?
I will say this.
Am I wrong?
I will say this, that
like you that have no stressful moments in relationships. That's how you.
No, he didn't say stressful moments. He said a relationship shouldn't feel stressful. Shouldn't be stressful.
Way they coming across when I'm reading, it's like, nah, it shouldn't be. Okay. Maybe
I'm tripping. I mean, you just have to have a different mindset. But if you go into situations feeling relationships are gonna be stressful, you're going to create that in your experience. If you, whatever your main thoughts are, that's what you're going to create in your life and in your relationship. Mel said Black people, period, are not open to therapy. They think they're normal. And I think everybody at some point should get it. But Black people, definitely. Because of all the things and the stuff that we go through just in life, everybody needs to undo some patterns and some stuff that they've been taught.
Mel said they first have to know something is wrong to seek therapy. We've been taught all our lives to suck it up. Our kids are more in touch with their emotions. Now that is real deal Holyfield.
That people don't.
You've been taught to suck it up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You be all right.
Yeah.
Especially men. All right, he done fell and broke his leg and bones. All right, boy, shut up. Come on, quit crying. You'll be okay.
And Mel, I think you really hit it on the not thinking something is wrong with you. And and the thing is, why are we even looking at it like, oh, something wrong with me to have to go to therapy? What about looking at it like, I want to be the best version of myself. I want our relationship to be the best it can be. And if we need support, if I need support in unlocking the things in my mind, because you staying in your mind and processing things is one thing. But when you go and you sit before a professional, or even talking to somebody who has a positive mindset, talking period helps you to have aha moments, because you're saying it out loud and you can actually hear it. And so understand, we all got stuff. And even if you don't know it, I promise you the people in your life is dropping nuggets that you might need to go talk to somebody.
Speak on this. Just because you say it going in, speaking it into existence is a myth. Same concept with the stress comment.
What? Who am I reading?
Right here.
Speak
on that.
I'm going to be rich just because you say it going in, speaking it into existence is a myth. So, same concept with stress coming. I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. Speaking it into existence, because if you can believe it, you will start doing things to make it come true. If that's something that you really want, or if that's what you really see. I was watching this video the other day that says our minds or our brains takes pictures. Like, I'm looking at this cup. The cup is not actually in my mind, but my brain takes a picture of it. And so I know that that is a cup. So the things that you see is your reality. So if you see yourself in a state of poverty and you see yourself in negativity, and that's how you see life, and you speak that, you are speaking, you keep drawing that because that's all you see. So whatever you say, you are speaking that stuff into existence because that's what you see. Your lenses, that's what you see. So when people say, I don't understand why bad stuff just keep happening to me, but that same person is negative. That's all you see is the bad stuff, because there's some good stuff happening to you, but you don't see it because of the lens in which you're looking from. So absolutely, you can say, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. And if you're and that's what you really want, you're going to start doing things to make that come to pass. Now, somebody just saying, I'm going to be rich, and that's not what they really. Yeah, you got to have the thoughts, you have to have the and the feelings to match. Your energy, your emotions is what fuels your goal. So when you feel that stuff,
what's up, Mr.
absolutely, you can speak into existence. And that's another thing I want us as Black people to realize, is that whatever it is out here that everybody else can go and get, you can go and get it too. But we don't believe and we don't see it happening for us. So we stay in the boxes and blame everybody else for why we don't have this or why we don't have that. Yeah, sometimes the road is a little bit difficult for us because you got people out here that's on the racist tip or whatever. But we can have exactly what we want to have too. But we don't believe it. And we don't see it. What we see is, oh, woe is us. Oh, I can only get this far in life. So yes, you do speak stuff into existence. You absolutely do. My opinion. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Dwayne said, if my son falls and start crying, I'm gonna tell him to suck it up. Isn't that a part of making him strong and a tough man?
How does that make you strong? Your son actually is hurt. He fell and hurt himself.
All right, life is pain.
How do you?
Life is pain, son.
That's all how you look at it. That's how you look at it.
Nah,
if you look at it like that, life will be pain.
But life is pain. Life could be painful. Life can't be painful now.
It can be painful to those that believe life is painful. It's people out here that love life.
I said it can be. It is a major.
If that's how you look at it.
Yeah, that's how it is.
People feel like life is hard. I don't feel like life is hard. Okay, I don't.
You not hear what I said. I said it can be. I didn't say it.
I agree. It can be for those that feel like that. I agree.
So you don't think it can be hard, period?
I don't feel like it depends on the person.
Oh, wow.
It depends on the person. I don't feel like life is hard. Like people, you hear comments, life is this, life is that. That's based on that person. I don't feel like life is hard. I just don't.
I believe life can be hard. I don't believe just just period life is hard. But hell yeah, life can be hard. You have your hard moments in life. You lose someone that you love. Mm-hmm. That's hard.
But everybody don't look at death like that. Some people look at death like they made a transition. They truly are with God. They accept that. Everybody don't handle death in a hard manner. So it's like for each is own, you know. Dog, y'all have been saying some good stuff. I hope it, baby. Have you been looking for the secret word? Rayshan said, when I was insecure, I always thought my partner was cheating. Exactly. Or I was not good enough. It was mean. It was me, not anything he did. And when my attitude changed, my eyesight changed. Exactly. So it's how you see your perception of things. Pain is temporary. Agreed. So I want to go. I don't know. Did y'all answer why do black men not like therapy? Because it's needed. I would say this, TD. I saw that you said that they are starting to get it. I have been in some groups where I've seen black men like, yep, I've been having my therapist for a year. Best thing that I've done. And it just, oh my God, it just melted my heart to see it. I'm like, yes, come on, man. Come on. Because if you can't talk, first of all, if you married, you should at least be able to talk to your wife. But if you cannot talk to her, go get some support because you are carrying stuff. And men say it all the time. I'm carrying stuff I don't tell nobody about. That sentence right there alone would say you need some support more times than not instead of suffering by yourself.
I truly believe a lot of men need counseling for this reason. We really feel we don't have anyone to talk to. If we really feel, or you really feel there's no one I can really trust with this secret, it'll be better to tell someone you don't know, that's not in your circle.
What if it's the fear of being judged?
I bet that's real for some. I don't doubt that for a second. I don't doubt that for a second, the fear of being judged. But that's on the individual.
Right. I agree.
That's on you. You got to realize that
because I mean,
I
we've
go
even
to the bathroom and stink too.
Yep. And the thing about it is it's okay. It's okay. Whatever it is that you need to disclose. But I think too, you got to get to a point where you're okay with admitting I'm flawed. You got to get to a place internally where you're okay with admitting that. Yeah. And if you're not, because we've had couples where we've done discovery sessions, and then I check back in on the couple and like, well, what's up? Well, he don't want nobody to know our business. Like, but do you realize if you end up in a divorce, everybody gonna know your business anyway? Everybody gonna know that it was something going on. So why not get that one person that knows your business, that's able to help you process it and get you all to a place of happiness, or you individually versus you out here. Y'all don't understand this. How you show up externally tells people what's going on with you internally, whether you saying it or not. Right. How you showing up, like Ray Shan was like, with her attitude. Your attitude, people already know something ain't right. Ooh, this, that, and the other. And yeah, I'm gonna read something Tavi said right here. Hold on. She said, our parents taught us instead of dealing with it, when things were hidden and swept under the rug. Now we're grown and you are in an emotional wreck because of not being able to express ourselves and talk about it. That's so real. That's the childhood
that's
stuff.
What she said right here. She said we were taught what goes in the house, stay in the house.
That's an unhealthy,
awful statement.
Awful.
So what hurts me is supposed to stay in the house.
Awful. And so I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Thank you, Tavi, for saying that. If you are telling your kids that right now, stop it, because they will become grown and not know how to communicate or feel like it's a sense of betrayal on the family unit if they open up and they talk. And so you teaching them to keep it in the house as the physical house, but you're also teaching them to house it within them and not open up. And it is very toxic. And it's, yeah. It's just that statement there just
that did something. Yeah, Lord.
Because you can have it, you have people emotionally, like she said, in the wreck, just, and that pattern is not allowing them to open up. So many of our parents, not so many, our parents put their fears off on us.
That's what they was taught.
They project, yes, and it's generational stuff. And at some point, somebody got to break the generational patterns that are not serving us and be all right with breaking it and stop. Well, this is what I was taught growing up. How is that working for you right now? And if it's not working for you right now, you have to be willing to change that.
Here's the problem.
Or your kids going to be healing from it.
Here's the problem. It could work for them and it might have served them well, but your child is different and it don't serve them well.
And it didn't serve them well, but it was a coping mechanism for them. A lot of times how your parents show up with you.
Oh, kid me, nope. I feel that.
What?
We as black folks are born into a society built on white supremacy to construct. So we all need therapy.
I agree, Dwayne. I totally agree.
Read Mel.
Mel, also, please allow your children to have a voice. They're human beings. We weren't allowed to have a voice. Now we're grown and don't know how to communicate or don't know how to express ourselves. So I think that's why our children are different, because we're allowing them to express themselves. Yeah, exactly. And I will say that I feel like our kids will be more in tune internally than we were. We're definitely with their emotions and all that kind of stuff. I don't know who posed this question, but you hijacked the show with the why do black men don't get therapy, but it was a needed conversation. It needed to be said. And I almost feel like, to me, husbands and wives, we are just like leaders of the world, like president and vice president. That's how I look at us, because we in God's union. So we're in the ultimate union, ultimate relationship. I feel everybody that is in leadership should get counseling, therapy, coaching, whichever track you choose, because of, and I'm saying this to men, because of the responsibility you have. You have a wife that you are responsible for. You have kids that you are responsible for. So you should want to show up as your best self. And yes, therapy, counseling, coaching will do that. You should want to. And so when I say our leaders, people that running CEO companies, because of the call on your life, the responsibility that you have to get out of your way and out of your head of all that stuff we said as to why men fear going to counseling, because it's bigger than you. Your counseling, your therapy is bigger than you, especially if you're a husband. But if you're a man too, because the world just look at y'all differently. The world look at men as the strength. And you can't be. It is best for you to heal up as much as you can so you can be the best version of yourself. And because of the show that we have, I'm going to talk to the black men that have kids, whether you married or not. You still got kids you have to raise. So you got to make sure you're not projecting all your childhood stuff onto them. So we all got to be intentional about healing and doing our work. And sometimes that takes professional support. Let me see. Any other things? Keisha, I feel that when our men talk about therapy publicly, it will be seen to be okay. Oh, shoot. It will seem to be okay. That's a non-judgmental zone for men. And I applaud all the black reality shows, because everyone that I watch, they are pushing. I don't know if it's a agenda. I don't know, but they are pushing therapy. The men on there, the celebrity men on there, are saying how they get therapy. And I'm grateful. I'm happy, because I know it will shift us as a community. The more of us that get healed, it'll shift us. Candace speaking on men needs, never said women. Enjoy the show. God bless. Enjoy your day. Yeah, we are speaking on men because the conversation was, why do men not get therapy? So why? Yeah, I'm speaking on men needs. I can't speak on a man needs because I'm a woman, and so a man can't speak on a woman what a woman needs that he in relationship with and he see because he a man. That's our other problem. We act like we can't talk to each other and we can't give each other opinion and advice. Some stuff is just human stuff. It ain't even gender related. It's humanness. Period. It's humanness. So you right. Always gonna speak on it. Always. Babe, what you got to say?
Man, I'm sitting here getting coaching from my wife, listening. Now, baby, you on point today. When if you on point, let them roll. I mean, I didn't want to interrupt the flow, baby. You was doing your thing.
Yeah, so that's just my opinion.
And
And see, James, you must have cut your ears off because I did say everybody. I said everybody, men and women need to be getting it. But when you got a one-track mind and you just thinking one way, you miss all the other stuff. You miss it. Or maybe I was giving too much at one time. Mom said I need to spoon feed it. Maybe I wasn't spoon feeding it right there. Maybe I should have been just giving just little nuggets here, little nuggets here, little nuggets here. But yeah, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Hey, hey. We gonna be all right, y'all. If we just keep doing stuff like this, the couples lounge, other shows, we're going to be all right. We keep talking to each other. We keep being intentional about helping each other as men and women and wanting to see each other win. And when you see somebody not showing up as their best self, if you can call it out in love in a way in which they can hear you, that's we here. So we here to help each other. So that whole, oh, child, I'm staying out of that. That ain't my business. Well, if everybody say that, we gon' stay where we are. We're not gonna change. We're not gonna get better. Tommy said, I got one more thing. Another thing of healing is when you can accept your faults and admit to them. Now that you have acknowledged them, get some help. Exactly. Some people don't know they need help. All right, y'all. So y'all are tuned in to the Couples Lounge show. If you have not purchased the book, we do have a book. Somebody should have told me. Marriage, do we really know what it's about? You can get it at lulu.com, www.lulu.com. For all of you couples that need support because you know what's going on in your marriage right now, or even if you're engaged, that we gotta do something. We have to interrupt the pattern in which we're on right now and do it together. If you are scared or afraid to do it by yourself, do it together. And we would love to support you. Our thing is we want to see you win. And it's not no taking sides. No. If whoever needs the support right there, okay, let's help you talk through that. Oh, do you hear what they saying? It's stopping you because when we together and we get in an argument, we just arguing. Ain't nobody really listening. Ain't nobody really listening. If you both are up here at a 10. And so what we get to do is say, stop. What did you hear her say? Or what did you hear him say? Yeah, we don't have to suffer. We don't have to live in a stressful marriage or relationship on like Mom said, stressful moments, maybe. But you don't have to be in a stressful marriage if you don't want to. But that's up to you. It's up to y'all. Just take the first step. It's better than not doing nothing. What would you say?
I agree.
You agree. All right. So y'all see where you can go. Even if you need to do individual, that's absolutely, because when you become a better version of yourself, your marriage changes. Your relationship changes. And Ray Shan said it earlier. When you change, Life changes because your view now changes. When you change, your relationship is going to shift. This is why I always say, and I'm finna get off, is that if one person start doing their work, if one person starts going to counseling, getting coaching, and getting better, the other person needs to get on board. Because what will happen is this is where we at. When we met, was on the same level, whether it was toxic or not. Then this person starts doing their work. So they're elevating in their mind, their way of being, this, that, and the other. And when you don't, and you stay right here, and then you got this gap between y'all. This is where the frustration come in. This is where the stress come in. This is where it seems like we on a different page come in. And it get hard. In that moment. So grow together. That's what I like to say. Grow together. But yeah, so you got to start going up with them somehow, some way, in your own way. So yeah. So www.wewillwin.as.me. Book your free discovery session and y'all show up. It's all about being the best version of ourselves. That's what it's all about. It's not about looking at feeling bad about your flaws or all this kind of stuff. Let me be the best version of myself, period. Because in that, it start unlocking doors. You start seeing life differently, like where you can get money, where you can get promotion. You just see yourself differently. You become unstoppable. Trust me, you become unstoppable. All right, babe. You got somebody should have told me moment? 30 seconds.
No, go ahead. I don't. Go ahead.
I already did. All of that I just said is my somebody should have told me.
Baby, you can end the show right now.
All right. We got, but baby, I gotta give you an opportunity to do your somebody should have told me moment. All right. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we will see y'all next week. Next week is the 1st. That's a live show. Next week ain't the 1st?
Oh, yeah, it is, because Monday is the...
Yeah, next week is our live show. Yes, it is. There's a calendar right there. Next week is our live show. It's a live show, so we will be at Smokey D's, 215 West Camp Wisdom Road. Y'all come out live and in person. So
everybody we see out there ain't been none about JC. I know.
Talk to them, baby.
I know the JCC folks around the area. I know they're around the area.
What's up, JCC? Are we gonna see y'all? We're gonna see y'all. The energy that y'all feel here, you get that energy in person. You get it in person. Plus, we got a lot of stuff that go on behind the, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes conversations that happen.
I know what Smokey D's. I done been there for karaoke.
So y'all come out Saturday at 9.
No, at 11.
I'm sorry, Lord have mercy. At 11. At 11. Show up. You come in, get your food and stuff, and then we get it cracking lacking at 11:30. All right. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Bye-bye.